3, 2, 1, here we go. Win with the white pieces. Elite moves against the Queen's Gambit decline. Look at this position. There's this incredible lightning bolt Harry Potter style queen move. I'm going to show you how we get this with the white pieces against the Queen's Gambit decline. So we are going to take it from the top. Why am I going through this opening? Because it is featured in the World Championship match happening between Ding and Gukesh. We have d4, knight f6, c4, e6, and after knight f3, d5, white now takes. There are other normal moves like knight c3 and g3. We have the Catalan, but in this moment you can actually capture. That is one reason I want to cover this game, because it's featured at a high level, and this is a new move. It's not seen that often. And after knight c3, black just plays a normal move, c6 and queen c2. That's the new move. So first part, I'm going to show you what happens if you just play normal moves with black. How can white get a great position, and then that lightning bolt queen move coming soon. That's a novelty. That just means a new move. Here we go. So g6 I will cover later. So first up, let's go to this file. Queen c2. Let's say black just plays normal moves, bishop e7. You have to get the bishop out. The pawn chain. So bishop g5 first, then you can play e3. Bishop d3 coming next with queen c2, and then you can attack h7. Now here knight e4 is actually one of the best moves. Really nice tactic working out in black's favour. If you don't do that, you can play a normal move like this, bishop d3, attack h7, and then you can just kick it back. And I would castle and then start being very aggressive with your rooks. So something like this, castle, and now let's draw a few arrows just to show a few plans. Rook here, g4, g5, that is a hook. From the previous move, the bishop got attacked, so now that pawn is a target. Let's go back a few moves. So that's one way to handle this. Now let's say your opponent plays knight e4. They are aware of this Queen's Gambit tactic. Then I'm going to show you h4. Wow, what a strange looking move. But there's some venom to it. h4 after take. Take. You have to stop. Mate. So g6, and now you can just castle. Just castle here. And knight g5. You see, knight e5, I'll show you very soon, but what happens if you take? I will probably play knight e5, and now you take. This is just too greedy. Look at all the white pieces, they're all in the game. Rook g1, I mean, this is just too much. Every single white piece in the game, knight, bishop, queen, double rooks, and all the black pieces are doing nothing. Time to crash through and start. Why am I showing you this? Because when I'm researching an opening video for this channel, I have to find something new, and that h4 move was new. Bishop takes, we're crashing through. Check. Crashing through and start. If you try to escape, then check. All the squares are covered, and now an absolutely stunning move here. Knight b5, coming in on one of the squares. If you take, that is mate. Have you ever seen something this stunning? All the squares covered by the queen and double rooks. What an amazing start to the video. If we go back a few moves here, after knight b5, can black actually find a way to stop it? Well, knight c7, knight d6, too dangerous. So no. What if we play a nothing move? How about knight d7? Let's have a look. What if knight d7 just blocking? There's mate somewhere. Oh, rook e6 probably. Let's have a look. Knight c7, here, and then, wow, just there. And you can't stop it. Okay, I love this. You see, even I'm learning. I haven't finished with variation, but that's part of it. Putting in moves and seeing what I've missed. Rook e7 is mate, but also that is mate as well. Good. Let's go back a few moves. So in this moment, I always try to flick in this useful move, this creative move anyway. Pawn to h4. Now after take, you can block with g6. It's fine. Bishop d3, and here you don't need to take. Knight e5 is actually quite interesting as well. Knight e5. And here, if knight d7, f4. And then you can actually probably crash through later. Or you can castle. I don't mind even this. Here are a few ideas going forward. You can castle and then bring the other rook in the game. If they ever take you, you can take back. You see that queen? You can swing it over, and then h7 is mate. And also you can start pushing. I love these kind of aggressive positions. Let's go to the next key moment here. Right, from this moment we will take it from the top. Queen's Gambit decline. It starts off like this, and when your opponent strikes in the center, that's our new setup, which is used by Gukesh against Ding in the World Championship match. You're going to take, and then knight c3 and queen c2, this move. Okay, so what happens if they go g6? They are aware of this idea. Bishop to f5 is one way to go forward. Bishop to f5. So you just play bishop g5. That's the cool thing. Now bishop g7 is possible, or bishop e7. Then they go bishop f5 anyway, the game goes on. But if they play bishop f5 now, which is a bad move, queen b3 is a very useful tactic. You cannot play queen b6 because the knight drops. So what if you go b6? Now you just blow open the center. I love these kind of fresh, dynamic moves. I am learning as well. You blow open the center with e4. Let's give that double exclamation mark. Why not? Well, what happens? Well, you can't take with the knight, you lose the queen. What happens if you take with the bishop? Take, still can't take with the knight, and now knight e5. And this is the lightning bolt move I was mentioning at the intro. Can't move the queen to block, the knight still drops. So if you go queen e7, queen h3, lightning bolt Harry Potter queen move, queen d1 to b3 to h3 to c8. It looks really cool. If you go knight d7, you just take. Can't take, still hanging, you take that way, and that one drops. Good. Alright, and we'll go back 2 moves here. If you go king d8, because that actually stops it, is an absolutely stunning move. Probably one of the most stunning moves I've ever seen. Bishop to a6. It's so cool creating this kind of video for the channel. Bishop to a6, and that is mate. There's no good way to stop it. If you take, that is check, and you win the queen. What an absolutely stunning variation. Okay, next moment. Right. And here, is it one more chapter to cover? I believe so. Let's see. One more key moment, g6, bishop g5. Let's just say black plays a normal way, bishop e7. So this, I would say, is the most normal position you will get. That's fine. You will play against strong players. They will block first, and then after e3, then they will go bishop f5. You see, you can't do this anymore, because now they can go queen b6, and black is actually doing well. Let's give an exclamation for black. Take, take, and then the pawn structure is very active. I'll take black here, because this pressure is too much. So if we go back a move here, after queen b3, queen b6, the game goes on. Also here, I think that bishop is quite strong. I would just trade. Bishop d3 is such a normal move because their bishop is better than yours. So offering a trade is absolutely fine, and then the game goes on. And now I'm going to show you my idea again. I love flicking in this move because it's very creative, but also you get a good position anyway. Just take and go h4. I love this. Be creative, but also you are aggressive, but also it's the correct way to play chess. h4, h5. If they go here, you just go h5 anyway. And then you can castle. There's always lots of pressure. Let's look at this position. Maybe knight e5. Not at the moment because black has too much on it. And then f4. Swing the rook over. g4, g5. You see that capture? Well, make that capture. And if the queen can swing over, that would be great as well. Now, if that's not possible, if black tries something else after h4, h5, then you just castle. Now we got more targets. You see that pawn? That's a hook, which means it's a target. How can we target that target? Here. Rook here and then g4. Sit the knight here if you want, or the knight can go here and then f4. Good. And is that it? Let's have a look. That one I already covered. Good. Queen here, g6, bishop g5. Now we've already covered this. Brilliant. So there we go. Remember this bad move. We can blow open the center with e4. Thank you so much for watching. Why did I cover this video? Because it takes place in the Ding Gukesh match. Let's go to the outro. Master the best chess opening, your ultimate guide, Caslan opening. Top left corner and then bottom left corner. Master the Queen's Gambit like Magnus from the black side.